Ho ho ho! Is it too early for Christmas? Well, I'm going there anyway, on this inaugural Christmas episode of Should Have Been on the Album. And who better to feature in this episode than Stryper? Yep, the Yellow and Black Attack, who have been, in my opinion, unfairly maligned throughout their decades-long tenure as a premier hard rock and, dare I say, metal band. No matter your religious beliefs, Stryper, headed up by the singer and guitarist Michael Sweet, have left an undeniable mark on not only Christian music, but on mainstream music as well. But before we get any further, throw some Christmas spirit my way and like, subscribe, share and comment. This is the first proper full year of this particular show, and I want to thank you all for coming along for the sleigh ride. I am an unashamed Stryper fan, have seen them in concert twice, and have got all their releases. I've even met the band. They are very much the soundtrack of all of my life, and I remember being devastated when they broke up in the early 90s, and elated when they came back together. From their first release to their most recent, Stryper consistently deliver incredible music with powerful, heartfelt lyrics and brilliant musicianship. So, let's ring out the sleigh bells, put on the stockings and crank the carols as we get into this episode of Should Have Been on the Album. Should have been on the album. When it comes to groundbreaking bands in the Christian hard rock genre, Stryper is known for its carefully crafted blend of heavenly metal, experiencing incredible crossover success and musical endurance throughout several decades. The band's first incarnation was as the Rocks regime, and their style of melodic hard rock caught the attention of Enigma Records, who signed them. While there were other band members in the early days, the band settled on the lineup of Michael Sweet on vocals and guitars, Brother Robert on drums, or as the visual timekeeper, Oz Fox on guitars, and Tim Gaines on bass. But during the recording of their first EP, the record company execs noted a clear difference in their lyrical approach, that the lyrics were not about sex, drugs and rock and roll, but about Jesus. In his book, Honestly, Michael Sweet writes, "Ironically, it wasn't until after we signed the deal that they realised that we were a Christian band, and a very outspoken one at that. I still find it hard to believe, but that's what they said. Not that it mattered to them." The band released the Yellow and Black Attack in 1984, an EP containing 6 songs with concert staples Come On Rock and You Know What to Do. But it was their first full-length release, Soldiers Under Command, that brought them into the full public view. Packed with favourites such as the title track, Surrender, The Rock That Makes Me Roll, and the uber ballad First Love, the album announced Stryper to the world stage. To tie in with their growing popularity, a new version of the Yellow and Black Attack was released with 2 new songs, a balladized version of My Love I'll Always Show, and Reason for the Season. The band would continue to see their star rise with 1986's To Hell with the Devil, a multi-platinum release with hits like Calling on You and Honestly. It made history when it notched 2 songs simultaneously on MTV's Top 10, with the videos for Free and Honestly. Come 1988, the band sought to increase their hold on the charts with In God We Trust, a more polished and commercial offering which featured the hit Always There For You. However, touring and internal tensions were beginning to loom, and the shift in the public's musical tastes also signalled a change in direction for the band. When Against the Law was released, the band had clearly chosen a different and more secular path. Pressures led to Michael Sweet leaving the band in the middle of a tour, and Oz Fox picking up lead vocal duties. However, the band as a trio wouldn't last, and Stryper called it quits soon after their, ironically titled, Can't Stop the Rock release. Solo releases from Michael Sweet followed, and the other band members looked to side projects, but as for Stryper, they were relatively quiet for most of the 1990s. However, in 2000, the first Stryper Expo was held, and for the first time in 8 years, the original lineup came together on stage. A greatest hits compilation followed in 2003 with new songs, as well as a tour, but bassist Tim Gaines left in 2004. That didn't stop the band, with Stryper releasing Reborn the following year. This was followed by Murder by Pride in 2009. Gaines returned for The Covering, a covers album, as well as an album of re-recordings called The Second Coming. But then the band hit their modern day purple patch, beginning with No More Hell to Pay and then Fallen. Gaines again stepped away from the band and was replaced by ex-Firehouse bassist Perry Richardson. 2018 saw Goddamn Evil released, followed by Even the Devil Believes in 2020 and The Final Battle in 2023. All band members are active outside of Stryper too, with bands such as Clean Break, Sunbomb, Sweet and Lynch, Soul Driver, Iconic, as well as Sweet's continued solo career. No matter what you think of them, Stryper continues to defy all expectations with more than 10 million recordings sold, a huge dedicated fan base, and new material on the way even as I record this video. But today, we're going to go back to 1994 and find a song on the flip side of the Reason for the Season single. Winter Wonderland is a song written by Dick Smith and Felix Bernard and appeared on the B-side for Stryper's Reason for the Season single. Side note, the release date and also the labelling is a little fuzzy. There are releases that have it come out as 1984 and with Winter Wonderland as the A-side, but other sources say March 1985, which would seem a little odd releasing a seasonal single after Christmas. Even my own version says that it was produced in 1994, but it's got a copyright for 1995. Anyway, let's get on with the video. TrueTones.com says that it was released as they were promoting the Yellow and Black attack, and there was thought of a Christmas album of some description, but while that never happened, they put out a Christmas single instead. Sweet says, "We didn't have time, so that was the solution. We did a single. I'd like to think that we were one of the first metal bands to do a Christmas single. We might have been." Winter Wonderland is more of a secular song than its Stryper original pen stablemate, Reason for the Season. It was written back in 1934 and is about a couple's romance during the winter season. They're walking through a park and taking in the sights and sounds. There's hints to the romance between the couple and their future. And later on in the song, the romance and wonder of Christmas. Yes, the lyrics are a little corny, but ain't that Christmas? And here in Australia, Christmas is in the summer, so the song doesn't quite hit the same. There's no snow here, and we tend to celebrate our Christmas in singlets, shorts and bare feet with beers and a barbecue. Musically, Stryper's version of Winter Wonderland is a raucous, upbeat metal version with some cool double kick drumming from Robert Sweet, and naturally those epic Stryper harmonies. There's also a cheeky spoken dialogue intro where Michael Sweet is rousing the band to get involved. Add to it a twin guitar solo in the middle, and it's clear that the band is having a very festive time of it. Even the ending is so wonderfully over the top. The sound is raw, much like the rest of the Yellow and Black attack sound. It's corny, it's cheesy, it's fun, and it's joyful. Sounds like a Christmas song to me. Look, I love, and I mean adore Stryper, but this is more cheesy than a triple top cheese pizza, and I'm not the only one who thinks so. Too Loud, Too Old Music says that if there was ever a version of this song we didn't need, this would be it. Metal Archive says that it's totally cheesy and mildly charming in its crappiness. But is it the song itself or the arrangement? Or people missing the whole point of the exercise, that it's a Christmas release? There is love for the Stryperized version of the song too, and the band has actually played it live quite a few times and put it on live releases such as Live in Puerto Rico and 7 Weeks Live in America. One look at the comments on YouTube and fan sites puts Winter Wonderland up there as one of their favourite songs, especially during the Christmas season. And knowing what a dedicated artist Michael Sweet is, I don't think he would release it if he didn't think it was good enough. OldTimeMusic.com states that Stryper wanted to create a rendition of Winter Wonderland that reflected their personal beliefs. They saw it as an opportunity to spread their message of hope and joy during the holiday season. But does it belong on the Yellow and Black Attack? That's a no from me. I completely appreciate all that the band is doing here. Winter Wonderland is great fun and extremely well performed. But at the end of the day, it's a Christmas song. Let's leave it for Monster Ballads Christmas Edition, along with the other bands who have also covered a Christmas song. The Yellow and Black Attack, both versions of the album, are classics, but I don't think they need any assist from a 1934 Christmas song. I'm not being bar humbug about it, it just doesn't fit. If you're looking to knock Stryper's version of Winter Wonderland, I reckon you're missing the point. It's a Christmas song, so it definitely has its time and its place. Plus, it wouldn't be the only time that Stryper covered a Christmas carol. You can also find their version of O Come All Ye Faithful on the third Holiday Collection release, and Michael Sweet's version of O Holy Night from the Hymn solo release. So, what's your call on the track? Classic, or cheesy, or both, or neither? Leave your comments below. And remember, if you have an idea for a B-side or rare track that you think I should check out, please let me know. You can email me also on shouldhavebeenonthealbum@gmail.com. But no matter who you are, who you're with, or what you're doing, from me to you, Merry Christmas. I hope that you all have a wonderful festive season and are able to spend it with someone special. Until next time, my name is Drew, and you've been watching this special Christmas edition of Should Have Been on the Album. Cheers everyone, Merry Christmas.